Just weeks ago, headlines announced China's massive tariffs up to 125% on U.S. imports, a move that instantly changed the landscape for global travelers. This isn't just political posturing, it's a direct hit to our ability to travel, explore, and connect. Suddenly the cost of everything from suitcases to hotel rooms is in flux, and our travel dreams feel less certain. As the world was finally embracing post-pandemic travel, this new economic barrier feels like a setback. The ripple effects are real: higher prices, more stress, and a need to rethink our plans. But travel is about resilience and adaptation. Let's break down what these changes mean, and how we can keep exploring no matter what. Tariffs are taxes on imported goods. Think of them as a fee added before products hit the shelves. When China and the US impose tariffs on each other, prices rise for everyone, not just businesses. That means your travel gear, clothes, and electronics all get more expensive. For Chinese travelers, visiting the US now costs much more, making American destinations less accessible. This isn't just a distant issue, it affects airline tickets, hotel rates, and even the availability of tours. Tariffs disrupt the global flow of goods and services, shrinking choices and raising costs. As travelers, we're caught in the crossfire. Understanding tariffs is the first step to navigating this new reality. Tariffs create a ripple effect that stretches far beyond the world of international trade negotiations and government policy. For travelers, these economic decisions can quietly shape every stage of a journey, often in ways that aren't immediately obvious. Whether you're planning a dream vacation or a quick business trip, tariffs can influence your experience from the moment you start saving up to the day you return home. That impact touches every part of your trip, from the big expenses to the smallest details. As you budget for flights, hotels, meals, and souvenirs, you might notice that your money doesn't go as far as it used to. Prices inch up, sometimes subtly, sometimes dramatically, and it's not always clear why. The cost of travel gear, luggage, clothes, electronics rises as retailers pass on new import taxes. That suitcase you've been eyeing or the travel adapter you need might suddenly cost more, making it harder to stick to your travel budget. Even essentials like jackets or walking shoes can become pricier, forcing travelers to make tough choices or cut back on quality. Airlines and hotels face higher costs for equipment and supplies, leading to pricier tickets and rooms. When airlines pay more for imported airplane parts or in-flight amenities, those costs are often passed on to passengers. Hotels too may see their expenses rise for everything from linens to cleaning supplies, and those increases show up in your nightly rate. Even the services you use, from rental cars to guided tours, feel the squeeze. Rental agencies may pay more for vehicles and parts, while tour operators face higher costs for everything from fuel to equipment. These added expenses trickle down to travelers, making every aspect of your trip a little more expensive. The biggest impact? Fewer Chinese tourists visiting the US, which means less revenue for American destinations. Chinese visitors are among the world's top spenders, and when tariffs and trade tensions discourage travel, local economies feel the loss. Shops, attractions, and entire cities that once thrived on international tourism can suddenly find themselves struggling. This loss affects hotels, restaurants, and attractions, sometimes leading to reduced services or closures. Businesses that once bustled with international guests may have to cut hours, lay off staff, or even shut their doors, changing the atmosphere and options for everyone who visits. For all travelers, that means higher prices and fewer options. You might find your favorite restaurant closed, or discover that a once popular tour is no longer available. The choices you have shrink, while the costs keep climbing. The travel experience becomes more expensive and less vibrant. Instead of bustling crowds and lively attractions, you may encounter quieter streets and fewer events, making your trip feel less exciting and more costly. The effects are everywhere, from your packing list to the places you visit. Tariffs may seem distant, but for travelers, their impact is personal, shaping memories, choices, and the very spirit of adventure. Let's talk about your suitcase, literally. Most luggage, backpacks, and travel gear are made in China, and tariffs have sent prices soaring. A suitcase that cost $150 last year might now be $200 or more. The same goes for clothes and essentials. Affordable options are disappearing as imports drop. Electronics like phones, cameras, and chargers are also hit, making upgrades or replacements pricier. These increases add up fast, eating into your travel budget before you even leave home. Every extra dollar spent on gear is one less for experiences. The result? Tough choices and more compromises. The cost of simply getting ready to travel has never been higher. China's tariffs don't just affect what we buy. These policies ripple far beyond the shelves of our local stores. They reach into the very heart of how we connect with the world, shaping the flow of people as much as the flow of goods. They change who we travel with and who we meet along the way. International travel is more than just a vacation, it's a bridge between cultures, a way for people to share experiences, ideas, and traditions. For years, Chinese tourists were among the biggest spenders in the US, fueling hotels, restaurants, and attractions from coast to coast. Their visits brought billions of dollars into local economies, supporting jobs and small businesses in cities and towns alike. Now, with travel to America far more expensive and complicated, many are choosing other destinations, places where their money stretches further, and the welcome feels warmer. Cities like New York and Los Angeles, which once bustled with international visitors, are already noticing the difference. Fewer tour groups mean quieter attractions, emptier hotels, and less business for local shops. Even small towns near national parks, which rely on seasonal tourism, will feel the loss. The ripple effect reaches deep, touching communities that may have never expected to be affected by global trade disputes. Businesses that invested in serving Chinese visitors, Mandarin-speaking guides, special menus, and tailored experiences now face tough times. For many, these changes could mean layoffs, reduced hours, or even closing their doors for good. The impact is visible. Shuttered travel agencies, empty restaurants, and gift shops struggling to stay afloat. The loss of a single group of travelers can send shockwaves through an entire local economy. For US travelers, you might notice fewer crowds at your favorite destinations, but also fewer services, less variety, and higher prices, as businesses try to make up for lost revenue. The diversity and energy that international visitors bring may fade, making travel feel a little less vibrant, a little less connected to the wider world. In the end, the entire travel ecosystem feels the impact, reminding us that the world's economy is deeply interconnected, and that the effects of policy decisions can reach much further than we might expect. The trade war is redrawing the world's manufacturing map. With China now expensive, companies are scrambling to move production to places like Vietnam, India, and Mexico. This shift isn't instant. New factories take time to ramp up, and early hiccups can mean shortages or quality issues. In the short term, expect more uncertainty and possible delays. But in the long run, spreading production across countries could make the global market more resilient. Soon, your travel gear might say made in Vietnam or made in Mexico instead of made in China. For travelers, this could eventually mean more choices and stable prices. The supply chain is evolving, and so must we. Rising costs don't just hit your wallet, they hit your heart. Travel is about dreams, milestones, and memories, and seeing those plans threatened by tariffs is frustrating. Many are forced to postpone, scale back, or even cancel trips they've saved for years. The uncertainty makes planning stressful, and the joy of anticipation is replaced by anxiety. But travel is more than a luxury. It's how we grow, connect, and recharge. When it becomes harder, we lose more than just a vacation. We lose opportunities for joy and discovery. Recognizing this emotional impact matters. Our passion for exploration is worth protecting, even in tough times. Don't give up on travel. Get smarter about it. The world may feel more expensive than ever, but that doesn't mean your dreams of exploring new places have to be put on hold. Instead, it's time to adapt, plan ahead, and travel with intention. With a little creativity and flexibility, you can still make your adventures happen, even when costs are high. Start by tightening your budget, repair or borrow gear, buy secondhand, and make the most of what you already have. Before you splurge on the latest travel gadgets or expensive luggage, see if you can fix up your old backpack or borrow a friend's camera. Thrift stores and online marketplaces are great for finding quality gear at a fraction of the price. Every dollar you save here is a dollar you can spend on experiences that matter. Focus your spending on experiences, not things. The memories you make exploring a new city, tasting local food, or joining a cultural festival will last far longer than any souvenir. Prioritize activities that connect you with the local culture and people. These are often the most rewarding and affordable. Be flexible with your destinations and travel dates. Traveling during off-peak seasons not only saves you money on flights and accommodation, but also lets you experience places without the crowds. Consider lesser-known destinations that offer unique experiences at a lower cost. Sometimes the best adventures are found off the beaten path. Use fare trackers and compare booking sites to find the best deals. Set up alerts for price drops and be ready to book when you spot a bargain. Don't just settle for the first price you see. Spending a little extra time researching can lead to big savings. Consider alternative airports or routes, and be open to adjusting your plans for a better deal. Join loyalty programs for extra perks like free upgrades, discounts, or bonus points. Many hotels, airlines, and even credit cards offer rewards that can add up to significant savings over time. Look for package deals that bundle flights, hotels, and activities, but always compare these to booking directly to make sure you're getting the best value. Always check direct prices too. Sometimes, booking directly with a hotel or airline can unlock special rates or added benefits that third-party sites don't offer. Don't be afraid to call and ask for a better deal. Sometimes a simple conversation can lead to unexpected savings. Once you're on the road, seek out free or low-cost activities. Parks, festivals, street food, and public transit are all great ways to experience a place authentically without breaking the bank. Walking tours, local markets, and community events often provide the richest memories and the best stories to share. These choices not only save you money but also lead to richer, more authentic experiences. Meeting locals, trying new foods, and joining in community celebrations can turn a simple trip into a life-changing adventure. Adjust your mindset. Focus on value, not just cost. Traveling on a budget doesn't mean missing out. It means being intentional with your choices. Keep track of your expenses, plan ahead, and look for creative solutions. With a positive attitude and a willingness to adapt, you'll find that travel is still within reach. With creativity and resourcefulness, travel remains possible, even in a high-cost world. The journey may look different, but the rewards are just as great, if not greater. The spirit of adventure always finds a way. No matter the challenges, your passion for discovery can carry you across borders and into unforgettable experiences. Uncertainty is nothing new for travelers. The urge to explore has always overcome obstacles. Today's economic challenges call for creativity and determination, not retreat. Travel builds bridges, fosters understanding, and reminds us of our shared humanity. Every journey, every connection is an act of hope. Let's support each other, share tips, stories, and encouragement. My promise is to keep finding ways for you to experience the world, no matter the barriers. With planning in heart, the world remains open to all who wish to explore. Let's face the future with purpose, and keep the spirit of exploration alive, together. If you believe in travel's power, stay connected for more insights and inspiration.